You know that feeling when you've technically survived another week, but you genuinely cannot remember the last time you felt okay. Not fine, not coping, actually okay. You're not sick, you're not in crisis, you're just running on fumes all the time. With a perfectly reasonable face on, yes, same. Hi, welcome to the club, the accidental survival club where nobody signed up and yet here we all are. Today we're looking at 5 signs your nervous system might be stuck in survival mode and what that actually means. Because there's a name for this, a real one, and once you have the name, you can start doing something small about it. Most people think the nervous system is the thing that makes your hand pull away from a hot stove. And yes, it does that. But it also runs basically everything else. Your mood, your energy, your digestion, how safe you feel walking into a room full of people who are, objectively, completely fine. Whether you feel like yourself or like a slightly tired, slightly hollowed out version of someone who used to be you. The nervous system runs on 2 main modes, 2 very different places to live. First, we have the safe mode. Rest, connection, digestion, creativity, repair, where food actually tastes good, where you laugh at things that aren't even that funny and somehow that's fine. Secondly, let's have a look at what is called threat mode. Fight, flight, or freeze, designed for genuine emergencies. Brilliant, honestly, when a lion is involved, less useful when the threat is a passive-aggressive email. The problem is that a lot of nervous systems get stuck in threat mode. The lion left years ago, the system never got the memo. Researchers call this chronic dysregulation. Dr. Bessel Kolk and Dr. Stephen Porges have both written extensively on it, the body staying braced long after the original threat has passed. Here are 5 ways it shows up. See if any of these feel a little too familiar. Sign 1, you are exhausted, but you cannot rest. You're tired all the time, genuinely deeply tired, but give you an actual free afternoon and something strange happens, you feel restless, uncomfortable, guilty somehow, like you've completely forgotten the basic mechanics of doing nothing, so you pick up your phone, you reorganize a drawer that absolutely did not need reorganizing. You remember 3 emails that could easily wait until Monday. That is not a discipline problem. That is a nervous system running a low-grade alarm signal around the clock, even in perfectly safe situations. When the body is in chronic threat mode, switching off doesn't feel like relief. It feels like exposure, because the system is still scanning, still waiting for the next thing. If rest feels harder than work right now, that is not a character flaw. That is a signal worth paying attention to. And that's exactly the kind of signal this channel is built to help with. If this is landing for you and you'd like more, a subscribe keeps this little club going. It is genuinely appreciated. And back to the nervous system. Sign 2, small things feel enormous. A slightly short reply, plans changing at the last minute, an unexpected notification, an email with the subject line, quick question, which as we all know is never a quick question. And your whole system responds like there is actual immediate danger. Heart rate up, thoughts going in 8 directions. That specific flavor of overwhelm that is clearly disproportionate, and you know it's disproportionate, and somehow that knowledge makes it worse. Here's what's actually happening. When the threat system is chronically active, your stress response threshold drops significantly. What should register as background noise, a minor inconvenience, a small surprise, now trips the full alarm. Your brain isn't overreacting. It's responding exactly as calibrated. The calibration is just off, not too sensitive, miscalibrated, real difference. Sign 3. You feel disconnected from yourself, like you're watching your own life from a slight distance, going through the motions, saying the right words, but not quite present for any of it. Psychologists call this dissociation or depersonalization. It sounds alarming. It is far more common than most people realize, especially in people running on chronic stress. When the nervous system has been overwhelmed for long enough, the brain builds a buffer, a protective layer of distance between you and your own experience. Your brain is trying to help. Short-term, that buffer is a feature. Long-term, it's a sign the system is overdue for some support. If you've been wondering why nothing feels quite real lately, or asking, is this it? At moments that should feel like more, you're not broken, you're buffered. There is a difference. Sign 4. Your body has been sending signals, probably for a while, Tight shoulders that seem to live near your ears? A jaw that is clenched right now? Go ahead and check. Or there might be gut issues without a clear cause. Headaches that arrive right on schedule, reliably before something you were already dreading. The nervous system and the body are not separate departments. The gut alone contains around 500 million neurons. Gut feeling is not a metaphor. The body keeps a very precise record of everything the mind has been through. It holds the score. When the nervous system is stuck, that record shows up as tension, inflammation, a persistent low hum of physical signals that say something here needs tending to. This is not weakness. This is not in your head. This is your body doing exactly what it was designed to do. It is asking quite politely for something to change. Sign 5. Connection feels costly. Not because you don't care about people, you do, but socializing now takes a kind of energy that feels like it costs more than you currently have. You cancel plans more than you used to, or you show up, but you're not really there. You're present the way a screensaver is present. The lights are on, no one's home. Polyvagal theory, developed by Dr. Stephen Porges, explains exactly why. When we're dysregulated, the social engagement system is the first thing to go offline. Connection isn't just emotional, it is physiological. When the nervous system is in survival mode, the body literally redirects resources away from the circuits that make connection feel easy, natural, worth the effort. So if you've been feeling faintly unavailable lately, not cold, not unfriendly, just slightly out of reach, it is not that you've become a different person. Your system is protecting you, at a cost you weren't consulted about, but hardly anyone was. So these are the 5 signs. They are not a diagnosis, but a map. And once you have a map, once you know the terrain, you can start moving in a different direction, one step at a time. Here's a quick recap of all 5 signs. You're exhausted but can't rest. Small things feel enormous. You're disconnected from yourself. Your body is sending signals. Connection feeling costly. If 2 or 3 of those landed, your nervous system has been working too hard for too long. That makes complete sense. It doesn't make you broken. It makes you someone whose system has been doing its best under difficult conditions. Here's the good news, and there is genuinely good news. The nervous system is not fixed. It's plastic. It learns. It adapts. With small, consistent, gentle inputs over time, it can find its way back to safe mode. The next video is exactly that. 5 actual micro steps to start regulating. Small things, doable things, things that work even on your flattest, most done-with-it days. For now, if you recognized yourself somewhere in this, that is not a bad thing. That is the beginning of something. Tune in again for the next episode of Micro Wins Club. Small steps towards real change.